The following program is produced by Lawin Media Network. The views and opinions expressed in this program are solely those of the individuals appearing on the show and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Lawin Media Network, its affiliates, sponsors, or partners. The content provided in this program is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Lawin Media Network does not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or timeliness of the information.
Hello, good evening again, and welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Be Bold, Why Not? You are watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, and stream.lawin.live. And of course, at your service, MJ here. And our co-host Atala is still traveling. So we have another night with our favorite co-host, Christian. Christian, how are you? Welcome
Well,
again to the show.
I'm your only substitute co-host. So if anyone wants to apply for for a co-host position, let us know. Yeah. So if they miss us live on YouTube and Facebook, we are on different podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Player FM, Good Pod, Stitcher, Pandora, and anywhere you get your podcasts. Yeah.
Yes, yes. But of course, we
Hmm.
would love for you to join us live, right? It's more fun. It's more fun
For
if you're
sure.
part of the conversation. That's why we encourage, again, our viewers to please participate. Because as we have been doing the show, we have a game and we have a winner last week.
Ooh,
Congratulations, Mayra Perez Gonzalez. She was our winner last week and she already received her prize. So for
wow.
you to join or for you to win, let's show the mechanics.
How to join the game. 1. Watch the live show and listen to the conversation. 2. Participate and share your experiences on the topic during the live show. 3. Type your thoughts or experience via comment section. 4. All participants are eligible to win a prize. 5. We will use We'll Decide to determine the lucky winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, let me correct myself. It's our episode 3 of season 2.
I didn't even notice. What did we say? Second, fourth?
Yeah, I think I did episode 2. But yeah,
It
we're
was so
on.
fast.
Wow, I know, right? And it's always fast when we are having a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I Oh my god, last week was really fun. Don't you think so?
Yes, yes. I must say yes. It was fun. I was put on the hot seat, but it was fun.
Yes, yes. And gosh, what's her name? Ro- oh my, I'm so tonight I am having a brain fart, don't you think?
Was it a long day today? Was it a long? How was
Yeah,
your
yeah,
day?
it was quite busy because I we just came back from California.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, we
Well,
got
that's
in
a good.
so late. We got in so late last night. Like we got in the
Um.
house after 1. But Roan, by the way, the couple that we actually featured in our show last week,
Mhm.
I just would like to read her comment. She said,
Sure.
"Thank you for featuring our story. It's like I got teary-eyed watching it. Thank you. It
Oh,
was really fun." And again, Roan and David, we thank you also for sharing your beautiful story with us. I mean, that was very heartwarming and hope that our viewers actually got to learn and enjoy from your story. And of course, we learned a lot from the story of Christian and
and
yeah,
also the mistakes I've made in the past.
yes, yes, absolutely. That's why we have these stories to help each other, we
Mm.
learn from each other from these stories. There are things in the past that we have done and that we have learned from, and it's good sharing
Yeah,
because you
sure.
never know. You never know who you're gonna bless when you share your story out there. So, and we were truly blessed with the beautiful love stories that we actually learned or watched last week in our episode.
Oh, and also like the viewers also were like very active at sharing their stories on the comment section. So now if you could relate to our topic today, feel free to like put it in the comments and let us know your stories and everything.
Yes, yes, we'd love to have you participate. It makes it more fun, and of course, it helps us too. It helps our show get out there. And we have, oh my gosh, thank you, Myra Mare. She's watching again
Nina,
in the Philippines. Good evening, MJ and Christian, and all the viewers out there. Good evening to you, Mare.
good morning. Good morning
Or good morning na in the
Myra.
Philippines. Yeah, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat from our beloved country, the Philippines. Maraming
Mm-hmm.
salamat for watching again, Mare. She's very consistent, and thank you so much. So, also Lysel. What did Lysel say? Watching
Good
from?
morning. Dumaguete City.
Yes. Yeah, good
Wow.
morning, Lysel. Thank you. Yeah, let's get those comments coming or any shout outs that you want to, if you want to greet someone special in your life, maybe having their birthday or
Ooh.
having anniversaries or just anything they've achieved something, then just do a shout out to anybody out there. So,
Mhm.
but tonight I'm very excited because, of course, our topic is, Christian, why don't you spill it out?
Siblings. Siblings. Love for our siblings.
Yep.
What do you
Yep.
think?
Well, I'm the second of five, so I have four other
Oh, okay.
siblings. So I can truly, truly say siblings love hate relationship is just awesome. I mean, I love my brothers and sisters.
Did
No
you
matter
ever feel like, I like five is a lot. Like in this generation, this time and age, five is a lot. Did you ever feel like, oh, I have too many siblings?
what. Not really. I think, especially when you grow up with a lot of challenges, it's good to have more siblings because you feel like they're stronger. You are all stronger when you're together, right? And
Mm,
the more the merrier too. I guess it goes with the saying, the more the merrier, but also the more that you can fight with. So what can you say about, because they say sibling, they have the love hate relationship.
mm.
What about you, Christian? How many siblings do you have?
Two. I'm the youngest, and they're both girls. So two girls, one boy, and I'm the youngest. So
Oh,
yeah.
and boy, so you're spoiled.
No, no, I think it's the opposite. I feel like when they don't do chores, I feel like it lands on me.
Ah!
I feel like it probably, if it was like the youngest and it was a girl, that would probably be spoiled. But because it's a boy, I feel like uh all the things men have to do in the house, it all lands on me. So I don't know.
Well,
What's your setup like? Are you like mostly girls, boys, or
well, there are three girls and two boys. So our oldest is a boy. Yeah,
mm,
he's like around. Oh, he's turning 53. Yeah, he's turning 50. No, 54. He's gonna be 54 soon. His birthday is
wow.
coming up in a few weeks. So, and then me, and then I have another sister, and then a boy, and then a girl. So three of us are all here in the U.S., and our oldest and our youngest, they're both in the Philippines.
Oh
But yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
What's the age range? Like what's the how old is the youngest? Like how far were y'all uh
Well, the first three, I think our oldest brother is a year older than I am, and then I'm a year older than our my younger sister. So the first three only 1 year gap.
Mhm.
Then the last two like 2 years apart.
Okay, it's not bad. I feel like me and my sisters are also kind of like 2 years apart. So
Mhm.
like the it's not like a big age gap.
Yeah. Well, they say sometimes the farther the age, is it better, or is it better if you're like closer to age?
Well, I could only speak about like being closer. I feel like when we were super young, it felt
Mhm.
like a big age range, but now that we're all like kind of like middle age, I don't know, middle age, but we're now that we're older, it doesn't feel like as far as it seems. Like I feel like we've, because like the like life milestones, like going to high school, going to college, we all experienced having like one sibling in high school with us, and then one sibling in college with us, and then it all just like split when we were all working, because we were all working like different jobs. So that's
Mhm.
when somehow we all kind of got closer, I guess, because I guess like being teenagers before, we want to hang out with our own friends, but now we relate to each other more now that we're out of school and all working and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they say that the closer the age gap, usually there's more sibling rivalry, right? Because
Oh.
you pretty much have the same interests. So it's like when you're younger, if you're like too close in age, you have the same interest in toys. You have like, so you kind of, that's what I've heard. But what do you think?
I mean, I feel like with my sister, like immediate like older sister, there were times that we were still playing, like we were like kids. It doesn't matter if we were boys or girls or whatever. And then when she was like in teenage years, she got closer to my older sister, and
Mhm.
then they were sharing stuff with each other. And like since I'm the only boy, like I don't have stuff to share with other people, so uh I got closer to my friends who are guys.
So you didn't have any rival because you're the
No, I
only,
don't think
yeah.
so. But do you believe in like middle child syndrome or anything like middle child? There's always something. Because I feel like my sister did, and I feel like she kind of had a phase where she was like really like experiencing middle child stuff. What do you think? Have you heard of it before?
Well, you know what? My husband is a middle child. I think it depends on the parents because I
Mm,
have a middle child son too, Xavier,
mm,
and he's a fantastic kid. He's like, I think it depends because the I think the idea there is when there's a middle child, the parents tend to favor either, the oldest, one of the
mhm.
parents will favor the oldest, and one of the parents will favor the youngest. So the
Uh,
middle child
uh,
would feel neglected, you know what I mean? And I think it happens. It happens without any intention from parents, of course. All parents want to love their kids equally, right? But I think some parents it can't be helped maybe. But also I have a sister, she's a middle child, but I mean it depends on the family dynamics. I believe in that because Xavier, we we can attest. I mean, he's a good kid. I mean, there's everybody like
I mean, no
all.
doubt they're good kids. It's just like, do they get jealous? And because
Yeah.
sometimes they're more competitive if they feel like one child has more attention, so that makes them even better, right?
Yes, and that's why it depends. I believe it depends on the parents because from our experience, from my husband's experience being a middle child, we made it a point that we're not going to make any of our kids
Oh.
jealous, especially
So
the middle
so
child.
he acknowledged that he kind of experienced it.
Kind of.
Get him
That's
on camera. Get him.
why.
Call him right now.
So I mean it's true, it's true because it's very true. That's why based on our experiences we try to make it better. That's why with our case, since we have a middle child, I mean, we made sure that he won't feel left out, he won't feel
Mm,
neglected, he won't feel unfavored. We even try, not really try, but we try to focus on him more because we don't want him to experience that.
Oh,
And
so he's the favorite savior.
not really. I love all of my kids. They're all the
I'm
same.
gonna send
They
this
have
to your
they have
kids.
different personalities. But they're all the same. They're all the same. It's just that anyway, I think we're having too much fun again that we're forgetting to take a break. So we're gonna take a short break and we'll be back.
We're gonna roast you more after.
There you
Ooh,
go.
I feel like I need a virtual assistant sometimes.
Me too. Oh my God, life is so busy that you sometimes you probably gotta step back and like, what can I? You can do more, or you can do what you do best if you have somebody that you can actually delegate some stuff to, right? Of course, it will cost money, but you can accomplish more if you do have one. So you might be more productive if you have one. So if you need any virtual assistants, have you seen my Vada? So contact them, okay? But
Yes.
anyway, so talking about middle child, it happens. I mean, reality is it happens out there. And unfortunately, some people they don't know how to deal with it, or they have resentments, in their hearts, and they feel neglected and they're not happy and all that. So because we have that type of experience which happens with some families, we learn from that. And as I said, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
or I don't think Xavier would say that he feels that.
Oh, I'm gonna text him later and ask him to make sure. But I'm glad your family is like breaking that cycle,
Oh
and when
yes,
they have kids of their own, they know what to do, and not repeat
absolutely.
like others' mistakes or anything.
Yeah. So what about you? I mean, since you said you have three kids, how many kids I mean, you have two other siblings, which means
Mm-hmm.
how many kids do you plan to have in the future?
I don't know yet. Maybe like I feel like the three was like with our family is like a good amount. I feel
Mhm.
like two might be like, I don't know. I can't imagine just having like me and just one sister. It's
Mhm.
just when I imagine it, it's always like I can't imagine other family
Mhm.
uh formats than ours, which is like three kids. I don't care about like gender, but like three kids I feel like is a good amount. Did you plan on having three, or did you just wait for like have a girl and then you're done?
Yeah. Well, initially, of course, we were enjoying the two boys, but then
Mhm.
Mara came. But I wanted four. I think to avoid
Oh
or to prevent middle child syndrome. Just kidding.
wow.
So there's no such thing as a middle child. But yeah, I wanted to have four. Now I have four. I have Millie. So there's four kids. Just kidding. But yeah, yeah, I have a four-legged baby and love her to death.
Mm,
Yes, yes. But yeah, I mean, having three, I think, is enough because especially, how expensive it is to raise
oh
kids.
yeah. Even just
Especially
like sustain yourself is expensive.
especially here in the US, right?
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
it's too expensive. But let me ask you, do you remember any, like growing up, did you all have like fights between
Oh yeah,
among your
a lot.
siblings? Yeah.
When we were younger, the love-hate relationship is mostly hate. I don't know. I mean,
Uh-huh.
like since they were both like girls and they were older than me, it's like mostly when my mom and dad are out, and my dad's like in the States back then. So it's just
Mhm.
my mom, and my mom was working, so it was just us three. And of course, what they want is like what we would do as a family or as siblings. So I had no choice but to watch all the TV shows they like, and like just coordinate with their schedule.
Yeah.
And yeah, most of the time I just play alone. And if I try to mess with them, we would all fight. And yeah, it doesn't end good for me. I don't have allies at home. But yeah, but now it's all good. I feel like when we all grew up, had jobs, we all kind of like mellowed out. And now that they have kids too, I feel like now the priorities are the kids. And it's like
Mhm.
all of us, like what's best for the kids. That's we're all thinking about.
Yeah, that's good. I remember too. I remember my sister Suzette. Her name is Suzette. My the next before I mean after me, we used to fight and we would like grab each other's dress and then we would like yeah, I know. I mean you can't help it, especially if you're kids. Like you fight over toys, you fight over like I even remember like when we go like caroling during Christmas, like right? And then you of course have money. So it's like, oh yeah, you have money. And then when you try to divide it, it's like you try to divide it same, but then well, I sing more than you do, or you're not singing, or like, things like little petty things that, people, I mean, kids are just kids, but
What's the
not,
worst thing that happened to you all, like as siblings or fighting, or what's the worst fight, I guess, as kids that you have?
yeah, well, I can't really remember anything worse than, I don't know. What about you? Well, before that, we have another viewer from Pangasinan, Rochelle Ligot de Seco. Thank you so much, Rochelle. And
Thank
to all our
you.
viewers, please, can you just, share your stories about your siblings? Just put it in the comment. And but what do you love most about your siblings? Like they have different personalities, right? So what do you think about your siblings?
Wow. Oh, that's hard. I mean, different stuff. My other our middle child, Ate Mia, she always is like she's very good with people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need like to entertain people, like when we have visitors, or it's like there's an event and our family's in it, like she would be the one like talking to people and making sure. I feel like our family has like we all have this trait of like we're kind of people pleasers. So if we're somewhere, we don't want anyone being bored or anything. And so she was very good at talking to people, and now she's a lawyer. So
What?
it really it makes sense. It makes sense. And I
Yeah.
guess my oldest sister Atikia, so the name is in the Philippines they call me Ian, and then my sister's Mia, and then Kia. So there's like kind of a pattern there. But yeah, my
Mm-hmm.
eldest sister, I feel like she's good. She's also good with people, but like she's more like of a diplomat. She's more formal with it, as opposed to my other sister, which is like very like
Funny.
yeah, funny, or like in the Philippines they would say like kalog, or
Dialogue,
yeah,
yeah.
she's not afraid to like have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I like about my sisters too.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
But you,
For us, our oldest, and unfortunately, there are some problem in the family, right?
we're gonna
And but
call them and have them live here and have y'all fix the it's
well,
like that show, Jerry Springer or Face to Face, or Dr. Phil will do that.
well, my brother, I mean, he's when we were growing up, he would defend us, whenever,
Mhm.
especially me, whenever, someone would try to hurt you or something, that he would really defend you from other people. And although he's not that fortunate in life, he didn't graduate or he doesn't have any degree, but he's very blessed. I mean, he married a teacher, and then he has like 5 kids who are all professionals. He's a very blessed man, and we're just grateful for that. and whatever shortcomings he has. I mean, in every person, this is me. Whenever there's a person that kind of is not doing good or something like that, you always think there's something good in every individual, right?
Mhm.
So, and I love my brother. I love all my siblings so much, but my heart goes to him more, But I'm like, he's very blessed. I'm so proud of my nieces and nephews. He has five
Mhm.
kids too.
What?
Yes, he has five kids, and they're the same thing, three girls and two boys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. But then first three girls and two younger boys.
Mhm.
And they're all professionals. They're all
Mhm.
very, very good kids. I mean, I can't say enough how good they are. They're so anyway, love y'all. And then my second sister, my third sister actually, who's the middle child. I mean, she is so generous. I'm not kidding. She is so generous. Like, she cares for everybody. She doesn't care about money. I mean, she doesn't care and she's very
Mhm.
simple, but she loves to help. My fourth brother, my fourth sibling, my brother, he is also very generous. Like, he cares. I don't know, because we grew up so hard, all throughout our childhood. We just love each other so much. And no matter what happens, wherever we go, we're always going to be there for each other. Our youngest, she's the prettiest, but then she got married so young. So, and she has three kids too. And they're all good. They're all good. Life in the Philippines is simple. So, literally, you can live in the Philippines simply
Mhm.
if you don't, if you're content with your life, you're fine. But all I can say, as I said, if I tell our story, like, it would take a book, because it was hard. That's why we as siblings, we care for each other so much. But you can only do so much for your brothers and sisters. They gotta
Mhm.
help themselves too, right? But even if we keep saying that, when things happen, you're still there. You're always gonna be there, no matter what happens. It's like you have a bond that nobody can break. Nobody can break a bond between siblings or among siblings. And I can attest to that, because that's where my heart is. I
Mm.
love my siblings so much. I'm the one who kind of, like, I don't know, I don't like fights. So I keep everybody in their toes, and I
How?
just,
How do you like diffuse situations in your when your siblings are fighting
I
or when
cry.
you're
No, no, no. I just remind them, because we lost our parents. Like,
Mm,
they didn't live long. Our
mm,
father was only 56, and our
mm,
mother was 49 when she passed.
wow.
So, and I literally probably stood as the oldest in the family, not by
Mhm.
age, but trying
You
to
were
keep the
taking care of
family
everyone.
together and caring for each other, taking care of each other. I'm the one that kind of like, yeah. And they listen to me, but sometimes it's like you gotta be more tough. But I can't be tough. I don't know. When it comes to my siblings, when it comes to your children, it's like, because the family, I mean, family love for family is like there. It's blood. I mean, it's like you are
Uh,
one,
so
right?
you're not like a tiger mom? You're not like too controlling of your kids or something like that? I mean, you probably won't admit it if you were.
No,
But how do you
how
uh-huh.
you can ask my kids. I try not to, because I
I
grew
have
up
them on the
in a
phone right
very
now.
I grew up in a very difficult family. So the number one thing that I promised myself when I had kids is they're not going to experience what I went through.
Mm.
I'm never ever going to allow that. Let alone anybody step on my kids. I'm not going to let that happen. So you can ask them. I mean, I baby them. It's still like, yeah, I get mad. I mean, everybody, gets mad, right? We all have that. But
Mhm.
for the most part, they can probably tell you. They can probably tell you.
I
I,
have your oldest on my phone too. I contacted,
uh-huh.
yes, I contacted like you contacted Yana. I contacted the kids. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
I'm
And
gonna get back at you someday.
anyway, oh my gosh, it's already 7:31.
I
All
know.
right. Yeah, we're just okay. Well, I guess we gotta go on a break again. So we'll be back in a little bit.
What is a last will and testament? Well, sometimes you just call it will. A will and last will testament are just basically the same. It's just that the use of language. There's a lot of um, specificity in terms of language in law, right? So will is a legal document. When you say legal document, that means it's a document that can be enforced under the law. There's a document that you created, but it doesn't have any legal.
You can't use
You
it in
cannot
court.
use it. You can't use it for any legal purposes. But a will, yes, it is a legal document. That means you can go to court and show to the judge that this is my last will and testament. Can you enforce it?
Mhm.
All right, we're back. Yeah, legal treats next week, right? On the
Next week, not
28th.
this week. Yes, on the 28th,
On
last
28th.
Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, watch
Oh.
out for that. Legal treats. You're gonna learn a lot. I sat down during the show last time and I learned a
Mhm.
lot. Yes, yes. So going back, yeah, to our siblings, I think for me, as I said, it's like your kids. You cannot not love your siblings.
Mhm.
Yes, no matter what happens, no matter what happens. I love it because I know that with my kids, I I have peace because I know that whatever happens, they're gonna take care of themselves. And that's
Wow.
how, yes, I am confident that they're gonna take care of themselves. And I think that's what I growing up, that's what I actually have my siblings feel, that we're gonna take care of each other no matter what happens. Yes. And even though sometimes you feel like, oh, you kind of like have this feeling towards one of your siblings, but if you hear someone trying to hurt them or anything, it's like, whoa, it's like very natural that you would react, right?
Mhm.
That's how you love your siblings. But I think before we go to that, what about you? I think I'm talking very seriously right now, but
Uh, what's the question?
yeah, you feel the same way, right? You're gonna
Oh
defend your
yeah,
siblings no matter what. I mean,
for
that's
sure,
just
for
how it
sure.
is. Yeah.
I
But
mean,
I
I feel like we also learn from like how my parents interacted with their siblings. I
Mhm.
feel like, oh, maybe the way that they're close to each other, that's what we try to replicate. But also, if they have conflicts, we as siblings, we talked about like, oh, if this ever happens to us, let's not fight over it.
yeah.
Like usual, like adult conflicts, like who gets this or that from our parents or whatever. We try not to, like, we talk now, like even before we
Yeah.
talked about it like years ago, that like,
Mhm.
hey, we're not gonna have this problem if anything. And we try to tell our parents, hey, we don't need anything, so like whatever you have, just enjoy yourselves and do whatever you want and don't worry about us. And
Mhm.
they still worry about us a lot, me mostly. But yeah, we try not to like make it an issue with like us being siblings.
Yeah, parents are always gonna be parents. Even though I'm a parent, so I know how your parents feel. I don't know, especially moms. We
Mm,
tend to worry a lot. But you know what's funny? When EJ and Xavier were little, like they were young, if you get mad, not mad, but like if you try to reprimand one of them, I mean, as
mhm.
young as they were, like maybe 4, 5, 3, if you try to reprimand one of them, they would say, oh, I don't love you because you don't love Kuya. Oh, I don't like you because
Wow,
you would do that. It was so funny. I would
that's
just,
amazing.
I know, I would just laugh because that was so cool. They see how siblings are. They
Yeah,
even
I've
against
never
their
experienced
parents, they
that.
would fight.
Mine, if it's like my parents were mad at me, my sisters would be like, "Yeah, get mad at him." They would gang up on me. They would gang up on me.
No, but EJ and Xavier when they were little, they were like that. Even now, like if we try to, like, for example, Mara is like you were trying to guide her and teach her this and that, and they would like side with her. Like, come on.
Ah,
Yeah, so
stop
I
being tough on Mara.
yeah, so I mean that's how siblings are. And I think we're gonna show them some videos. Let's show a
Oh,
video
sure,
first of
yeah.
our friend Myra. Can we show the video of Myra with her siblings?
Alam niyo magkapatid hindi biro ang pinagsamahan yan. Simula pagkabata magkakasama na. Iisa lang ang pagkain pinagsasaluhan. Magkatabi sa pagtulog. Iisa lang ang dugo na nanalaysay sa inyo. Kahit mag-away man, magkasakitan, magsumbatan, minsan pa nga nagsusumpaan. Kahit pagbalibalik ta rin mo man ang mundo, hindi mo matatakasan ang katotohanan ng isang tao ng pinagmulan niyo. Masaya man o malungkot, away man o bati, mananatili pa rin yung pagmamahal. Mahalin mo ang kapatid mo higit kanino man. Dahil kahit kailan, ang kapatid ay kapatid at hindi mo yan matatakasan. Kaya dapat kapag dumating yung panahon na hindi na kayo magkaintindihan, alalahanin niyo sa dulo, kayo din ang magtutulungan.
I like
Wow.
that.
Oh my
I like the
God.
flower at the end.
I know that is so touching. It's very true. I mean, no matter what happens, 'di ba? Kahit baliktarin mo man ang mundo at kahit magkaaway kayo sometimes, you may hate each other at times, but I mean, the love among you is there. I mean, you cannot deny that.
Do
'Di ba?
you notice like differences between like you and your siblings growing up in the Philippines and then your kids growing up here in the US as siblings?
Well, it's not an apple to apple comparison
Mm-hmm.
because as I said, we grew up very hard. We
Mm-hmm.
went through hardships in life. So I think our bond is stronger when it through all the ups and downs in life because we've been through so much, like so
Mm-hmm.
much hurt, so much pain. We were a dysfunctional family. So, and I grew up like every night I would go to bed and I would promise myself I was praying, Lord, I want to change the trajectory of our life
Mm-hmm.
because we moved from one house. If I count it right, we probably moved about 5, 6 times. Like we didn't
Wow.
have a house, we didn't have a permanent address, we didn't have a
Mm-hmm.
home. I mean, we lived in people's, relatives' houses, and we were together like. And even though there were times that we got separated because my mom would leave and take two of my siblings to a different relative, they would leave me in a different relative's house. It was like it was difficult. It was difficult. So
Mm-hmm.
growing up like that, I mean, that's why we are so strong together. Like no matter what happens, we're there because we went through so much
Mm-hmm.
together. My kids, they're enjoying life. It's different because yeah, it's different. My kids, oh, Myra, oh my gosh, yeah, she has a comment. Oh my, every time I watched the video, tears start falling.
And
Oh
that's her
my,
family. That's her family, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
I love family photos.
thank you for sharing it to us and with our viewers. Yeah, I love each of my siblings so much. Same here, same here. Oh, are you making
Mhm.
yeah, you miss your siblings. Oh my gosh. And yeah, it's true. Like as I said, we have still, I mean, our family's not perfect. I mean, at least our generation is a little bit better. Our nieces and the next generation is better, but still among us there's still some hardship. There's still some hardship, and we're here for each other no matter what.
I
You know.
guess like as someone younger, I want to ask you like what are usual conflicts or like issues of siblings, even as they are like have more experience like you?
Yeah, I think you cannot uh, stop the fact, or we cannot deny the fact that, like for us, I'm here in the US, two of my other siblings are here in the US, and we have our brother and sister left in the Philippines. um it's that feeling that they don't think that we're doing enough, but although we do, because of course you can only do so much for your
Mm-hmm.
siblings, right? But you
Mm-hmm.
cannot just give, you cannot just hand everything to them. You have to teach them, as the Bible says, teach a man how to fish, don't give fish, right? I think that's where sometimes they expect something more than you can give, especially now that we have families. I think that's where the conflict is. But they understand. If you explain it
Mm-hmm.
for them, I mean, explain it enough, they would understand. Plus, I feel I feel like they can't help it, because
Yeah.
I'm just blessed that I'm on this side of life,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not in their situation. And that's how I look at situations sometimes, especially like even with my patients. The way I understand my patients is, I'm just blessed that I'm on this one. I'm the one taking care of them. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
the one being taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's how you tend to understand your siblings or anybody better, because yeah, they're not fortunate enough to have better their lives, and we're here to help them. Because my youngest sister, as I said, she got married early. My oldest brother didn't have a degree in college too. Only the three of us in the middle who actually finished, and have a degree in education. So we can't blame them, because life was hard. I mean, they didn't have the
Mm-hmm.
same coping mechanism as we did. They didn't have that. They were weaker, a little bit weaker than us emotionally, meant those things. So we can't blame them that they expect sometimes that you would
Mm-hmm.
really make magic in life, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not the case. Although they're better now, as I said, my brother, his kids, they're all professionals. Wow. I mean, I'm just so proud of them. And then my younger sister, she has grandkids now. She's enjoying them, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing. They may have not, elevated life literally a little bit, but they're happy, they're content. I think they have better life than we do in the
I
US.
feel like that's what I was gonna say. I feel like here in the US, it's just work, 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 and
Yes.
I mean, I could relax more. Even if I was working in the Philippines, I feel like I could relax more. Even if
Yeah.
I was working there, I feel like time is so slow there, and rather than here, it's just like work and then wait for the weekend, do something, and then work again. I feel like it's really hard to understand one another unless you've experienced it. So I feel
Yeah.
like you may understand your situation more because you were in the Philippines. They
Mhm.
might not understand yours because I feel like a lot of people in the Philippines they feel like if you're in the US, you're like you have a lot of money, but like I feel like a lot of people in the Philippines,
Mhm.
uh, we have in the US we have more debt than the people in the Philippines.
That's so I mean jealousy. They may get jealous, but we are the one jealous of them. It's like
Yeah.
how I wish life is like that here. That even people who don't have work or don't have jobs, they live. I mean, they eat every day. Here, if you don't work, you don't eat. You don't,
Oh my god.
right?
The a
So
lot of times that I almost like am out of money and I don't know if my gas is gonna make it home or I have to push my car. But
yeah,
yeah, I
that's
feel like
uh-huh.
a good foundation is just dialogue and communication between
Yes,
siblings. And I
yes.
feel like even if in other relationship that would fix a
Mhm.
lot of problems.
Yes, communication is the key. Because if you don't talk, how would somebody know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, right? If you don't express it, how do we know? So
Mm-hmm.
it's always communication. And yeah, but this is what I can say. I love my siblings. No matter what happens, wherever I'm gonna go, wherever, kahit saang lupalop ng mundo tayo
Mm-hmm.
makarating. I mean, They're always going to be in my heart. I love them. I love them to death. I can
I
say
feel
that
like
bottom of my
with
heart.
ours, uh, with my siblings, we don't have conflicts with each other. But if anyone tries to like have an issue with our parents, all of us are gonna be in attack mode, and we'll be we'll all try to defend our
Yeah.
parents.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, that's how siblings feel, right? That
Mhm.
it's like they can, I mean, it's sometimes you can't even fathom how the love between siblings or among siblings is, but it's real. It's real. It's there. I mean, I you even care about other people. How much more about your own siblings, right? So
Mhm.
that's how strong it is. And um Myra says, I agree to that. Communication is really the key. We wouldn't be able to fix conflict if we're not gonna talk about it. You're correct, Mare. Yeah, that's very true. But before we continue, we're gonna go for another short break. So we'll be back.
Yeah. In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and
Very nice.
Ooh.
Yes. If you need beautiful photos and just a great memorabilia for your whole family,
Mhm.
contact Christian. Christian
Or
here.
videos, or if they want to do podcasts like this.
Yes, he does everything. He's jack of all trades. He's even a good host. We
I
have
haven't
another.
hosted like events yet, but we'll try. We can. Yeah, I think we can.
Oh yes, absolutely, we can. Okay, that's like just like what Les Brown says. Because I'm watching Les Brown, his videos and all
Mm.
that. You are special. You have greatness in you.
He was talking about me. They were talking about me.
Yes. So, good morning, watching from Pangasinan, Mark Carlo de Secos. Thank you so much, Mark, for
Hey.
watching. We have another video to show, and then we'll wrap up the show
Oh,
as
I
we
don't know
move
about
on.
this one.
Yes, yes. Mara, why are you not looking? Okay, okay. Mara, Mara. Mara, Mara. Yeah, I need to walk.
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
I know, right? See how, no matter what age, when they were little, Xavier and EJ, I mean, they always like play. And I haven't seen them really fight. They don't fight. They try to aggravate each other, right? Like nagkukulitan lang, ganyan. Tapos
Mhm.
medyo pero they never fight. And I'm so blessed because it shows, look at them. They're already adult and
Mm.
they're still playing piggyback
Yeah.
ride.
So if you're watching, to anyone who's watching, vote for your favorite sibling. One for EJ, two for Savior, three for Mara. We'll see how they react if they're
Yeah.
gonna fight or what.
Like, I know what really I can't forget when Mara, like, I think she was Xavier was in college already. She was in Austin, and then EJ wasn't here either. I think that's the time when he was out of the country for the Navy. And Mara was like, oh my God, I felt so bad. I saw her crying. And then, my
Mm,
reaction was, why are you crying? What's wrong? And it's like, she said, Kuya, she showed something to her Kuya, and she thought that her work was bad. Like, it's like she was disappointed to herself, right? And then she called her Kuya and showed her work, and her Kuya just said something that really just melted her heart. Like,
oh,
yeah, and she's like, and then she said, why are they gone like at the same time? She was crying. She missed.
oh,
I know, and I felt so bad. I started crying too. I mean, it
mm,
just, yeah, and because sometimes, like, Mara came on, like, their gap, him and Xavier, or her and
mhm.
Xavier, their gap is like almost 7 years, right? And almost, maybe Xavier felt like he was the baby, so he was a little bit like makulit, or ano yun, pilyo, something like that, or like
Yeah,
he always aggravates Mara when they were together, but it's not a fight, but he
yeah.
was always aggravating Mara. And then when they separate, like they were apart when her kuya started here, now Xavier was like, every time we gather again, like meet together, and
Mhm,
they are so playful. And you know what's so funny, when Mara was like a baby, like
mm.
every time she would cry, Xavier would be like running. Like he would be
Running
running
away or running towards Mara?
towards us, like, emergency, emergency, the baby is crying.
Make her stop.
it's so it's so cute. And then Xavier, Mara also, she's in a speech class, right? Public speaking
Mhm.
class, and she wrote a speech about her brothers like recently. And
Wow.
when she was reading to us, oh my God, I was like, wow. I mean, that's how they love each other. And I am, as I said, I know that no matter what happens, they're gonna take care of each other, because I can see, like, as you have seen in the video, right? Like how they play, and they just are happy together. Like,
Yeah.
when we visited Xavier again, like, and then EJ had to leave for San Diego, and then when we dropped off Xavier, Mara was like crying in the car again. I'm like, oh my
Oh,
God. I know, it's like, it's hard because we're not together. Her brothers are not here, so there are times that she just feels like she wants to talk to someone. But the good thing is, they have their own group chat, and they're like,
yeah.
they know their
Oh,
secret. Right? They
yeah.
call each other in the middle of the night, no matter what day. They try to talk to each other, and it's
That's
like,
cute.
I'm just blessed. Anyway, we have another comment here. You want to read it from Mark?
Yeah. Hi to my siblings in Mamburao, Occidental Mindoro. I hope I said that right. Hello, Mark's siblings. And we have another one too. Watching from Sydney. Hi to my siblings in Texas. Oh, Attorney Eileen. And in the Philippines, Rochelle, Deseco, and Edgardo. Miss you and love you all. Wow, the siblings are showing up here. We should have Attorney Eileen also talk about her siblings. I didn't know how many she had.
Aw. And then Myra said, so lovely, Conception siblings. Thank you, Mare. Yeah, I mean, it's like, wow. Yeah, I miss them again. Oh my God, I miss my boys. But
Are you planning anything seeing like your siblings or like of the kids seeing each other? Because I know they all just saw each other like this past weekend, right?
yeah, well, I went home to the Philippines last Christmas, right? And mainly because I wanted to spend Christmas with my siblings. Because ever since I got married, I think I haven't spent Christmas at home, like, from my hometown for the last maybe 25, 26 years. So
Wow.
that's why I went home last Christmas because I just miss, I don't know, I just miss my childhood so much. Even though, it was a hard and difficult childhood, I
Mm.
just I just miss it.
It
It's
had its
like,
moments.
yes, yes, and I was so happy being able to go home and spend Christmas with them. It wasn't a perfect Christmas, but I think the
Mhm.
most important thing is we built, we created memories together again, no matter how simple they were. But I just love it when I'm around my siblings. It's like I don't want to be away from them. But
Do
of
you
course, we have our families now, so we just have to make the most out of every, moment that we have with each other.
do you have friends that are like as close as siblings? Because I have my friends, which are like brothers to me. Because I didn't have brothers, so to me when I think of childhood, that's what I think about.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, we actually have this. We call it the Labak family. There's like five.
Oh yeah, I know some of them.
Remember? Yes. So we are like brothers and sisters. Like we spend special occasions together. We like whenever we see each other, it's like we don't want to be separated. Like we can
Mhm.
spend all night talking, just talking to each other. So
Wow.
the sibling relationship, they don't have to be your blood siblings. You can become, siblings with your friends, and that's how we are. And our kids, they're like brothers and sisters too. Like they have their own group chat, we have our own group chat.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And during special occasions, like we have kids that graduated like the same time, so we were color, like we would have color themed colors. I think during when it was EJ's graduation, because there were four of them that graduated at the same time. I think our theme was like maybe orange. But anyway, we've worn orange, we've worn green, we've worn yellow. I mean, it's no joke. We have like
And
a
you
big,
have Thanksgiving together, right?
yes, we spend Christmas, New Year, Thanksgiving together. And when we have like problems, we talk to each other, we encourage each
Oh,
other. Yes. Yep. And we're blessed because here or in the Philippines, we have siblings that we,
yeah.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
we
at some point, like ideally, we treat each other like brothers and sisters, even strangers. We treat them good, like we're actually related, right? So I feel
Mhm.
like yes, it is like a very special bond, but also like our friends, there are like brothers and sisters to us, and I feel like we should, yeah, like whatever like love languages we were talking about last week. I feel like we should figure out, oh, what is this friends or the siblings love language. Maybe we could understand each other more if we
That's
do
right.
like be mindful of how we talk to them, of how we communicate with them, stuff like
Mhm.
that.
That's true. That's very true. It's all about love. I mean, loving, whether
Hmm.
it's for your spouse, your children, your brothers and sisters, your friends, or anyone in this world. That's what we're talking about this month. It's all about love. Yeah, and we just hope that you're learning from what what we're sharing you in our
Or
show.
learning what not to do, right?
Yes, just like when we think of like our friends, like, oh, let's go a massage together, right? Have a massage together, or sometimes we even just, oh, come to the house, let me cook something.
Yeah,
So even without plan, it's like
yeah.
in a spur of a moment, you can just plan
I never
something.
get that invite from you.
Uh, of course you do. Sometimes you're not here. Like when it's
Right. But another lighter note, our time to decide our winner for this contest.
oh yes, yes, that's right. So let's do that. Let's see who's gonna. Okay, we'll decide winner.
Let's
We're
go.
doing it now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, maybe they're setting it
Round,
up.
round. There
There we
you go.
go.
It's her again. Mara, you're so lucky. she
That's
won.
I
She
mean,
won last week, and she wins
that's the
again.
prize.
Yeah.
for actually being here and being present. So thank you, Tita Myra.
Thank you again, Mare. Wow. I know that if you can share
Hello.
it to your friends and family as well, so we get more viewership and we'd really appreciate it. But congratulations. Congratulations.
Now she has
Yeah,
2 million.
from Christian.
Well, she won't. She's not gonna share it, so she wins every week. If there's more viewers, well, there's gonna be more entries. But yeah, please share it.
Yeah, yeah. So Christian, anything else that you want to say?
I think I want to ask: Do we know what's our topic next week, or what you
Oh, I
want to
think we
talk?
should have a video, right? We should have a
Oh
video.
yeah, let's do that.
Yes, it's fun. It's gonna be another fun.
We'll dive into the enchanting world of pets, exploring how these lovable creatures not only fill our homes with joy but also enrich our lives with unconditional love and countless tales of companionship.
Grab a cozy spot, cuddle up with your beloved critter, and join your hosts MJ and Atala as we embark on this journey of adoration and adventure together. Tune in as we share inspiring stories, practical tips, and insightful conversations that honor our four-legged, winged, and finned family members.
Tune in live Monday, February 26th, 7 p.m. Central.
Oh, I know. So our viewers, we encourage you to please, if send us videos of your pets or
Yeah,
you
send it on our Facebook page. Send us on our Facebook page so we see it and we could put it in here.
Yes, yes. Yeah, please. We'd love to have you again in the show. Myra said this is going to be a habit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and have a good night to you both, she said. You have a good night to Mare. You're welcome. You're welcome. And again, we encourage our viewers for our next week topic or episode. Please send us videos of your pets and we're going to talk about them and enjoy them. I have
Yes.
another, oh my God, my story again. It's like everything is relating to me. I mean, personally, because I do have a beautiful story about our very
Oh,
own Millie.
wow.
Yeah. So, what about you? What about
I have
you?
the pet with me right now.
Where is your pet?
Here. That's my lucky pet.
Oh, you're
He's
so
my
funny.
lucky.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're so funny. Anyway, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we hope that you learned from our stories. And for next week, please join us again here at Be Bold.
Why not?
All right. See you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye, Christian.